What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another trader video on this channel. Today I've got for you guys the Chem style trading method. This method will make you around about 60 to 70k per hour. It's a very effective method and one of my most effective at the moment. Anyway, guys, if you do like the video, make sure to smash that like button down below and let's get on straight in this video. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do, you're going to want to jump in and set up your search criteria into gold on quality. Then you're going to put hunter, chem style, or the shadow chem style. We're going to start off with the hunter one. I'm going to show you guys that one first. Now, a little bit of detail of this method. Basically, what it is cards, well, hunter cards and shadow cards both sell for around about 10k, 8k sort of area now. So they're very expensive, and people that are putting them on cards are obviously making these cards rise. They don't sell for the full amount like a hunter card would do on the cards, such as, like, say you put it on a Fabinho and you use shadow on that. It's not going to make it bump up 8k just because people buy the hunter chem style and they're worth so much because of like SPC cards that come on, for instance, or the untradeable cards and their icons from their icon packs and stuff like that. So that's what makes the chem style so expensive. But once you're putting them onto a Fabinho, or you're putting them onto the likes of Rashford, for instance, up front for hunter, they're not going to make him that 8k jump. But what it is going to do is going to make the have a gap in the market for the people that are trying to pick up these, and there's not going to be so many on the market, so you can be able to filter these cards out and make a very decent amount of coins. But anyway, there's the context of that. I'm going to be jumping in, and what I tend to do as well is search for meta players. So when I say meta players, all I mean is, what do you come up against a lot in foot champs? What is a usable cards this year? Your Raheem Sterlings, I know they're not meta as such, but a lot of casual sort of players that plays on a day-to-day basis, maybe even yourself, have Raheem Sterling. He's a very good card this year. There's nothing wrong with him at all, but he just sells for that extra, like that. Well, they all do. They sells for that extra 6k sort of thing. So we'll go ahead and check Raheem Sterling first, just because that is the person that I've checked. But you just want to be making sure they've got that like 4 to 5k difference from their basic card, basic chem style, to their hunter chem style. So yeah, that's what you want to make sure you want to check. We're going to go ahead and check that now. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. I think he's selling for around 28,000. We're going to check his normal card first. That's probably a better thing to do, just to make sure he's got that little bit of a gap. So 28,000 coins. We'll check him here. He is still there. We need to put in, it's going to be a lot easier if we put in Sterling here because of Walker as well. So I'll just quickly chuck in Sterling on here, and then we'll do 28,000 because he's have different position modifiers as well. So he's literally selling for a bang on 28,000. So he's not moved price in the last 2 to 3 days, which isn't too bad. It's because the market's at a bit of a steady pace right now, as everyone's waiting for the icon SPC, the mid icon SPC. So yeah, anyway, so we go ahead and say 28k for his normal with a basic on, with nothing on, no chem style, and then we're going to go ahead and check his hunter. This is what you want to do for every single meta card that you are looking at picking up. So like I said, your Fabinhos, your Lenglet's work as well. So we said 28 for the other one. There you go, 32. So you get a decent 4k jump in the cards. So it is very nice, and that's why I say to you guys, you'll be able to pick these cards up for that 28k, because people either forget or they just list them in on the market. They just completely ignore the fact that the card has a hunter chem style or it has a shadow chem style on it. So this is why this method is so effective this year, and one of my most enjoyable methods, because I seem to be able to pick up a decent amount of cards as well. I will in this video pick up a few cards and show you guys that this method does work. But the first thing that I always do every single trade method, even if it's a sniper method or whatever, or a bid method, I'll go and bid like loads of cards and then I'll start sniping. Or if I'm sniping, I'll go and bid loads of cards and start sniping. Do you get what I mean? So it's vice versa, really. So we're going to go 28k with a hunter, because that'll be 4k on the actual card. We'll make around about 3.6k or something like that after tax. They take 5% of your tax after every card, unfortunately, but it's just one of them things. So there's none on the market at the moment. As you can see, 28k has been listed to start, and then you got them ones. So it's no biggie, but you want to come off there, you can bid on that one if you want, but it's not really worth one if they're all the way up to like 69 or 59 minutes, sorry. But what you do want to do is, if their card is like half an hour, just go ahead and bid all of them for 28, because most people would look at that and think, well, 28, that's already cheap on the market, I'll just pick this one up. They won't look at the fact that hunter as well. So we'll go ahead and do 28. I don't know how many we're going to pick up this morning, just because of the time that I am actually doing this. It is early in the morning, it's 10:30 at the moment, so there's not going to be that many cards going onto the market. Most people are at work or school or whatever they've got, and it just makes the market less popular. So we've got a lot less cards on the market. So anyway, 28. I don't know why I'm putting in 28, 23. It's because I'm too busy chatting. Let's get on with it. And there we go. We're just going to go 28 and see what we can pick up. 26 there with hunter. There you go. It's that simple. So 26k. We're then going to go and sell it on for 32. I know there was one. The one at 32 was I think it was 34 minutes if I remember correctly. So you want to make sure that you can keep to their price, or you can undercut a bit. I do normally keep to people's prices because a lot of the time you can sell over the minimum card on the market. One of the sell points is the most important things with a trader, or when you're making coins in general. You don't even need to be a trader, just when you're trying to make coins in general, because if you're listing too cheap, you can then go and lose out on another K that you could have had before. And if you do that for every single trade that you do make, then you're going to be losing a hell of a lot of coins. So I listed for 30. So I'll list it at 32 with this guy because I do know that he does sell for 32. I think it was 32, isn't it? Wasn't it? Let's double check it. No, I'm pretty sure it was because he was selling at 28. That's fine. So we'll go ahead with 32. We'll list him up, and he should sell for a decent amount of coins. Right there, we've made ourselves what, about 5K. So that's not bad at all. Just from, as you guys see, because I didn't cut anything out or anything like that, of how quick this method actually works. So what you want to do though, when being the most effective in this method, you want to be having like a rotation system. What I mean by that, so there's Raheem Sterling to put 1 on our rotation. I tend to have about 5 to 6 players around about that to be able to rotate around. So for instance, we're going to go ahead and put Shadow on one, because it doesn't matter if you use Shadow or Hunter, as long as your defenders / CDMs, players that are defensive, have the Shadow, and obviously attacking have the Hunter Chem style. So we're going to go ahead and search up, who should we go for? Decore just got a new inform. Decore and Ndidi seem to work really, really well. They're not, like I say, they're not meta, but they're very, very solid cards. One that helps Decore is that he's French as well as Prem. Always look out for nationalities and stuff because it helps a lot. Like, you don't really get that with Sterling, English Prem. No one's really looking for that. But when they're French, when they're Spanish, when they're I don't know, Argentina, they've got different links off into different leagues with Messi and stuff. You just have to think of them little things. So it does help the card sell a little bit. I wouldn't say it makes it sell for more, but it does help the card. There's more people searching that card on the market at the time. So we need to be careful because he has got 2 informs, I believe. His new one's an 86. I could be wrong. We could even go for his cheapest one. Sometimes the cheapest one's better because you lose less tax. So I always, with the tax system, I'll always go for... I tend to go for around, let's say 10k cards up until around 50, because I seem like you don't really get taxed a lot at all. So say you picked up one for 50k, you lose 2.5k, whereas you go into 100k, you're losing a big 5k. Do you know what I mean? So you have to profit on that card 10k to be able to make 5k. Whereas with cards that are like, as you see, Raheem Sterling, I made 5k. If he was 100k, I'd only made 2.5k. So it just shows that it's a lot better to be using the method that I'm using right now with the 10 to 50k cards. You can also do a little bit more, but like I say, you're not going to make as much coins. And now Decore is actually, because I think he's come out of packs now. When I was looking at him, it was a lot cheaper because he was actually in packs. So I'd probably recommend, actually, the thing is, I was going to say I'd recommend doing his lowest inform, but another thing, you're going to get a lot less come on the market because obviously he's not in packs or whatever. But that shouldn't really matter, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about there, because that shouldn't actually matter too much because of obviously most of the inform. What I'm trying to say is it was a long time since Decore has been in packs, and he's got this new one, and that most people will be listing that one. So it will get listed a lot less. That's the thing with informs and special cards as well. So it does work really, really well with special cards, but they get listed a lot less. But anyway, going back onto the topic, we'll have a look at the Decore. It's a 33. Okay, that's not too bad. We need to check his normal card as well because we haven't actually done that yet. So I reckon he's 33, so he's going probably around 28k, something like that. We've got 33 on his max, so we'll put that there so we know that that one's the Hunter as well. So he's going for a lot cheaper, as you can see. 33, so if we check up his price right here, it's so simple and effective, this method. I can't like stress it enough, but I probably would stick to the normal cards if I was you guys. If that had a Hunter, I might actually take that. I'm going to take that. The reason I'm going to take that card's got Anchor on. Anchor's one of the best Chem styles for Decore because it gets up that pace, gets up that defender as well. It's not as good as Shadow. It's not worth a ton of coins. I think it's worth around 2k to actually buy. But it's the same with Lenglet. Anchor is the best Chem style for that card. So just be aware of that. But I picked it up for 27,000. I'll be able to sell it during the day because obviously the market times, one of your lowest points of the market is always in the morning GMT from around about, well, 6 o'clock, from early as 6 o'clock until around about 10:30, what I'm doing around about now. And then you'll see a slight rise from about 10:30 to about 1 o'clock, and then again you've got that day people that are starting to come back from their college or whatever, and then they're going from 1 till 5. But you guys get the sort of point, and then overnight you'll be able to actually sell these cards for a decent amount of money. I normally sell most of my cards overnight because it tends to be when most of my cards actually get picked up, and they actually do sell for a lot better. But nonetheless, we're only going to make a little bit of coins on this card, but there was only a few on the market, so I'm going to go for 29. I think I might go Yeah, I'll go 29. We'll go 29 because he will be able to sell. Like I said, I could even list him for 3 hours. I'm going to list him for 1 just in case the market starts to come down. I don't think it will with special card decor, as I said before. He's very unlikely to come on the market. Someone else just listed one for 29 as well. So I feel like 29 is a very, very fair price. So we'll go with that. And then we'll move on to another card as well. So there's a special card that just shows it does work with a special card. I'm going to make a whole separate video for special cards, actually, thinking about it, because there is a little bit more in-depth with special cards. I'd rather keep it basic for you guys. We're doing the gold method for people that just want to do cards that are constantly coming on the market due to promos and all that stuff, whereas informs obviously only come on for a week. So we'll leave that for another video, but there's just a little insight to special cards, how they work as well. So going back into gold cards, just trying to think of a card right now. I'm just thinking meta in my head. Like I said, I don't plan this when I do it. I'm just going to go straight for it and just show you guys that this method isn't one that I've thought of and just a couple of cards that work. So thinking of meta, I'll say meta, then I'll go thingy. I'll say Firmino. Firmino works really, really well because of because you can use him technically with shadow as well sometimes, because people play him as a centre mid. I know it's a bit crazy, but I've done it myself and it does work really, really well. His screen card's unbelievable. I haven't actually put backbone on for that. I just realised I need to do basic first. So same method as everything else. Chuck it on method. Make sure find out what his sell price is. So he's only 17k. I thought he's actually more than that. I've not done this with Firmino for a long, long time. So we'll just have to find out what his price is. So I'd say about 15k. If he's going for around 17 there, he must be selling for around 15. Is he going for 15? Okay, 16k. Okay, so there's quite a lot on the market for 17, but that is his sell price. 17, that one's not selling there, but that's a nice thing because they're not selling at 17. Like I say, it's early morning. There would be a lot more cars on the market come 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock sort of time, because everyone's listing their cars and everyone's buying and selling it. It's also, time I'm recording this is Friday, so foot champions in action sort of things. People are still picking up their foot champs teams and stuff like that. Friday market does seem to be sometimes a little bit higher. 15k right there. I didn't even mean to do that really, but there's just one without the chem style. So while you're doing this, you can pick up these cards as well, but that's nothing really for the video. It's just a simple sniping method, which I'm going to have sniping videos as well. We said this card was going for around 18k, so we'll list him for 18 and we'll just put him there. That'll be perfect. And there's another decent amount of coins from the market. It's so simple to trade. It does take a little bit of time or whatever, but it is very, very effective, and you're going to make a lot more coins doing this than you are going to be playing foot champions. But let's go on and check the hunters. So we're going to say 18k for the yeah, well, 18k. That card will sell for 18. Like I said, it's not been on the market, so once it comes 1 o'clock, it probably will start to sell. But it's just finding out your sell price. Make sure you're not selling too cheap all the time. Of course, if you have got a low budget, I do suggest getting rid of them really, really quick. So maybe putting them the second cheapest on the market sort of thing, and that's going to be your best bet. So anyway, Hunter, now we're going to find out the Hunter because we know they're for 18k. Why I do this is because I want to know there's a big enough jump. So 20k for a Hunter, there's no jump. Literally 18k you can get him with Hunter. So do you see what I mean? There's no point in me trading this card anymore because he's pretty much the same price as his as he would be of a basic chem style. So what we're going to do though, we are going to double check that because I would buy both of them because I've got enough coins to be able to buy them and then resell them on for a little bit more coins. So 23k they're selling there. So I could probably actually pick up the 2 at 18, wait for that one to sell and sell them for 21, which I believe I am going to do. I wouldn't suggest you guys doing this. The reason that I'm doing this, like I say, because I know for a fact that he is his same price. I'm just going to pick these up right now as his pretty much his normal card, and the Hunter cards, like I say, sell for 5k sort of thing. Me picking these up and the next ones on the market being 22,500 means I can sell this card for 22. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna make a decent amount of profit. I'll probably wait for this card to sell 18,750 because do I wait for it to sell? It's a cam as well. Do you know what I'm gonna pick up as well? Due to it being a cam, which means people have position changed it from that centre forward back to the cam. And yeah, and then we're gonna be able to list all 3 of these for around about 21k, so that's not too bad. 22k, sorry, so that's not bad profit. After all that, I'll probably make around about 6k, so that's not too bad in a couple of minutes, just from one filter, just by knowing the fact that the market will end up having that small rise as well during the day. So let's go and put this card up for 22k. We said, like I said before as well, the reason I did make this investment, just so you guys are aware, I don't want you guys to think like it's making rash investments, is because the same basic chem style is worth exactly the same right now as his Hunter, but I'm now pushing the Hunter up, which it should be in place for that 22k sort of area, because that's how much the cards tend to go about 5k up when they've got a Hunter on. I did say that at the start of the video, I believe, but I just want to make that clear. There's always like that 5k 4k gap, but I don't recommend doing this with loads of cards unless you're guaranteed to make profit. Otherwise all sure you're going to make profit, otherwise you are going to end up losing some coins because people are going to list for that normal price. But now I'm pretty sure people will be listing for around about 22k, and there's not going to be many coming on the market at this time. But yeah, hopefully you guys sort of get that. 20k there. with a hunter on as well. I could actually pick that up. I don't want to pick up too many. Do you know what? No, it's gone off the market. Someone's already picked it up, I believe. 22,500. That's not a bad deal because it's a centre mid, but I'm going to leave that because 22,500 is still below our current card as well. So just make sure you're making around about 4K when you are making these sort of flips. And yeah, it's not too bad. We're going to pick up probably 1 or 2 more cards. I think you guys are sort of getting the idea. I've kind of tried to take this video slow because this is my sort of speciality as such, if you like. With this, I'm a very, very comfortable method, whereas with silvers, I still need to get a little bit in more depth. BPM is just BPM. It was just one of them videos I wanted to showcase to people that come live onto my Twitch streams. If you haven't done that already, it is www.twitch.tv/Burrettl. If you guys are interested in Monday to Friday daily streams where I trade, play FUT Champions, play pro clubs of the community, and all that good stuff. But nonetheless, let's get back in. Let's do 1 or 2 more cards to show you guys. Like I say, this is one of my comfortable methods. It just shows, because I haven't cut this the whole time, you understand how easy this method actually is. So let's go ahead and use another meta card. Another thing you can do is use FUTBin. A bit of a insight. If you go FUTBin and then you go into players and then you go onto popular, you can have a look at popular players and again look for players around 10 to 50k. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to use, for instance, let's have a little think. Who's a meta card that we could use? Walker works really, really well, I think, because of right backs and fullbacks are really hard to come by. They've got a little bit of a price. I'm not actually sure how much Walker is selling for at the moment, though. I reckon about 13k. I just want to try and get someone a little bit lower budget. 13, 12, 11. So that's perfect. Perfect amount. So what you're going to do with Walker is double check what he is with a shadow. The thing is, most people won't really use a shadow because he's got such high pace already. So he's not really needed with a shadow. Most people can get away with just using an anchor or something and still boosting them defending stats. So nonetheless, 12k, if that was a decent price then, but it wasn't. That's just a listed. So 12k. So I'd suggest his with shadow would be probably selling for around 15, around about 3k extra because there's not too much of a jump and he's not really needing one. We'll just go and find out. So he's not selling for that much, so he will be more than that 3k. He's going to hit that 5k zone, which I was saying before. They normally hit around 4 to 5k, yeah. So he's only one in the market. Like I say though, I probably wouldn't go with Walker, and the reason I wouldn't go with Walker is because his pace does not need that shadow card to be able to boost a 3 and then a 3 on his defending as well. It just seems very, very pointless. So who else could we go for? We could go for, I'm trying to think now. Fabinho, we said Fabinho at the start of the video. Why not try Fabinho again? He works pretty well. He's used quite a lot because again he's Brazilian and that. He's not really meta as such, but I'm gonna say he's around 15 with a shadow. To be honest, I don't think he's gonna be a lot. So I'm just trying to figure out them low budget guys. And if you guys do want me to do like a little list of players or something, then I can do that for you guys. I'm more than happy to do that. But I think you guys would learn a lot more if you were just picking these cards up and thinking of these cards yourselves. And 9k is very, very cheap with shadow. Like really, really cheap with shadow. And then his next boost is 12k. But I don't really want to be doing this because you guys aren't really gonna learn as much from this. I don't really want to you guys to be buying out every single one and then causing mistakes. But I do kind of want that one with a striker. I'm not gonna lie. If that is the only one with striker, I do want it. Yeah, 9k is one of the cheapest on the market. The reason I took him, again, someone's took him from CDM all the way to striker. The reason he's a striker, people won't actually play him there. That will be for their that'll be there for them doing chem switches. They play their like Ben Yedder as such for CDM, and then they'll swap it in game. So Fabinho then goes to CDM, and Ben Yedder will go to striker. But I'm going to pick that up just because it is a striker. It's out of position. I'll be able to sell it for a decent amount, probably 12k to be honest. So I'll go ahead and list that up right now. It's all the fact, like, you guys will be looking at this and thinking like, how do I know these prices or whatever if you are new to trading? But it is just simple market knowledge right now because I've been doing it for a little while. I've not been doing this for years. This is my first year trading, so I wouldn't class myself as a proper really trader, as I do make my content my priority. But anything that I do learn along the way with FIFA or anything, I am looking forward to sharing it with you guys, and maybe even some gameplay sort of things as well. It's actually just been cleared off the market, I believe. Yeah, so there you go. They've just been cleared off the market, all of them. So someone else had the same idea of picking them all up. I probably would have done exactly the same, but I didn't want to do it for you guys for a video purpose because it's not going to benefit you guys. You guys aren't really going to get really what I'm doing, I don't think. Maybe you do, I don't know. If you do, then maybe I could do another video for you guys. You want to see something like that about, it's sort of like you're kind of running the market, if you know what I mean. You're got a couple of cards, only do it with 2 cards, and you're just buying out the ones that are low in price. You can list up for a little bit more, and they have to have the chem style method sort of on. So 12k for this. We're going to try snipe him for I can't remember what we said his original card. I don't think we searched his original card. I'm going to say 7.5 around that era. 8k, 8k. So then again, I should have picked up them ones with shadow, like, because his normal card instead of a 9. So everyone with shadow should not have been selling for cheaper than 9. Do you know what I mean? They will sell them for 9.3k, which is a crazy good deal because, like I said before, the Shadow sells for 3k more. So 9k, that's not a bad deal. So that means Shadow, we can check now. I knew I should have picked. If I'd have known that before, I would have picked all of them up. But that's absolutely fine. We'll be able to get another deal. It won't take us too long. But it's now selling for around about 12k. What we listed that one with Striker for, I believe. Yeah. So 12k. So what you'd want to do, you want to set up again, like I said before. You want to go into that bid method. I wouldn't pick up that one for 12k because by the time you list it for 13, there's too many on the market at 13. So any card that you are selling, I'd match these guys, even maybe undercut because there is 3. So only undercut by 250 coins just to give someone else that extra deal, sort of just to give yourself that deal and make it sell off a bit quicker so you can then move on to another card. So in fact, they're selling for around 12k. I'll probably pick these cards up for around 10,000 coins on dot. Most people are going to like to list for 10,000 as well because it's one of the numbers where most people just hit 10k. They go, I'll get 10k out of this card. You're going to want to start there. You're just going to want to snipe. I'm not going to sit on this card because I could be sitting on him for a little while. It depends what time you guys are doing this. I recommend always trading. Well, I say always trading. You get less competition in the morning as well, so it's quite chill. It's probably why I'm picking up some nice deals as well. But yeah, this is what you want to do. Same search parameters, all this. Keep it like that. Keep 10k going. And once you are doing that, make sure before you start actually doing that, you go into max. Put on 10,000 with the Shadow because we know that's the price that we're trying to pick this card up for, and you want to just go through and you're going to bid every single one at 10k because you know for a fact you can then sell them on for 12,000 coins. So there you go. We're not going to go to 9 hours. I'll do the full hour because I will be on for another hour recording some more videos and stuff, but that is pretty much it for this method, guys. If you have sort of or do need some more in-depth about this method, I think I have covered everything that you need to know about the chem style method in the best way possible that I actually could. I'm trying to make it more of a laid-back video, this one, and to show you guys a little bit about the coin sort of method and that and how it does work. And there you go. It, 2 cards just selling off there. We picked up that Fabinho, about 2 minutes ago, if that. Decore's Inform sold as well for 29. Maybe we could have listed for a bit more, but I'm not worried about that because all we're worried about is coins ticking over. And these are just cards right here that I have got from my packs and our duplicates. So don't worry about them. They're just from marquee matchups as such. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button down below. I'd appreciate it a lot. And I hope you all guys have fun making coins. Take care, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.